Here. The funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. If I touch you on the shoulder, it's going to get 10 times funnier every single time I touch that shoulder. The funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. And here we go. One joke getting funnier and funnier and funnier and funnier. The funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. It just keeps getting funnier and funnier. The funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. 10 times funnier. And when the music changes, it's going to get 10 times funnier again. The funniest thing you've ever heard. The funniest thing you have ever heard in your entire life. It just keeps getting funnier and more and more and more and more and more hysterical in each and every breath you take and every word that I say. Just let it go, man, or you'll hurt yourself. The funniest thing you've ever heard 10 times and 10 times. The funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life. It just keeps getting funnier and funnier and funnier. Anything I say is the funniest thing you've ever heard in your entire life, and it doesn't matter what it is. My dog just died. Got run over by a car. There were guts everywhere. I used to sleep with that dog. Cute little white fluffy one. People are sick. But just remember how relaxed you were just a moment ago, because when I say 3, 2, 1, sleep, you're going to go right back down to that nice, deep state of relaxation you were in just a moment ago. 10 times deeper, collapsing loose, sleep, and relaxed. And here we go. 3, 2, 1, and sleep. All the way down, relax, go deeper. Nice round of applause. And play your instruments for all you are worth. Play those instruments. Play those instruments for all you are worth. Play them. Play those instruments. Play those instruments. Get those hands going. Play them. Play those instruments. Play them. Play those. What the hell are you playing? Play those instruments. Play them for all you're worth. Play those instruments. Play them. As you play them, you may start to feel them starting to get bigger and starting to grow, although you will not hit the person next to you. Play those instruments. Play them. Play those instruments for all you're worth. Feel them growing bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger as you play them, not elbowing anybody that's next to you. Play those instruments. Play them. Play those instruments. Officer, we got problems, buddy. Hey, we got problems again. Right here. Man, get this people under control. This is crazy. Play your instruments. Play those instruments. As you play those instruments, you may start to feel an itch on your nose, but you can't take your hands off those instruments. So go ahead and lean over and scratch your nose on the person next to you. Scratch your nose on the person next to you. Get in there and scratch it. Just get in there, get rid of that itch. Scratch your nose on the person next to you. Get in there and scratch it. Find someone, get in there and scratch it. There you go, that's right. Come on, officer. All right, the itch is gone. Play those instruments. Play it for all your work. The itch is gone. Play those instruments. As you play them, they start to shrink, getting smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. Tiny, 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 tiny little instruments. Tiny, 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 tiny little instruments. Tiny little instruments. Tiny, tiny little instruments. Play those tiny little instruments. You play those tiny little instruments in your head. What's up, man? What's the problem? You gotta get mad at these people, man. Come on. Got him, officer? show waiting to happen. Officer, you got him?
Touched you on the shoulder. Eyes open if I touched you on the shoulder. Eyes open if I touched you on the shoulder. Yes, ma'am. Do you need to, what's the problem? Okay, well, we'll be here when you get back. Be careful. Just be careful. Just be careful. Ma'am, I'm sorry this didn't work for you. Thanks for coming up. I appreciate it.
Over here, over here, over here. Kelsey!
You need to thank in particular?
Brett, you're the man.
Thanks for coming up. Thank you for coming up. Thanks for, I appreciate it. Just right on back. There you go. Thanks for coming up. Where's our fish head guy? Hey man, you have something you want to say? Yeah, come on up, man. Come on up. I think everybody wants to hear what you have to say. There's got to be something important, I would think. Is it important? Pretty important, yeah. Okay. Yeah, come on up. What's the problem?
He's lying. He's lying about it all. None of us were hypnotized.
So you were not hypnotized?
No.
What about these other people up here? They weren't hypnotized either?
Nope, not one of them.
What do you think of me?
Kind of a jerk.
Yeah. Actually, I get that a lot. Yeah. But you're sure you weren't hypnotized, right?
Yes.
All right, just checking. Whatever you say.
I fell into a burning ring of fire. I went down, 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 and the flames went higher. And it burns, burns, burns. The ring of fire, the ring of fire.
Man, what are you doing on the floor again? What are you doing?
I had an itch.
You got another itch, all right. Hey, look, man, I don't know if all that stuff you just said to me is true or not, but I do know one thing. Right now, you are wide awake and alert. Wide awake and alert. Wide awake. What you got there?
What is this?
It's a fish head. Yeah. Hey, you know what? You know the coolest thing about being the Ring of Fire fish head guy? Check it out. All this applause is for you. Having a nice round of applause for him as he goes on back to the seating audience. Thanks for coming up, man. You were great.